Well, I was at a work seminar at the CN Center at the Civic Center. Was like fucking the kids that are yours that are in care. I was like, oh, what? And there's like, there was this chick hiding with like five dudes. Five dudes were hiding. Said, the parents that take care of your kids are the fucking laziest parents I've ever fucking met. They're up at like fucking noon. Oh my god. I was like pretty sure that sometimes anyone would be up at noon. And so were the fucking kids. So anyway, I did call the cops about it. I wrote it down on a form for work for the lawyer sheet that there's a known criminal fucking talking to me, talking shit about people that they have no fucking business to even talk about, disrupting and lying about a boarding school. And there's like five dudes like elusively hiding around. Just so fucking crazy, isn't it? My daughter's in a vulnerable time too. She just started cheerleading not that long ago. And cheerleading is to get the blood flow proper in the back of the neck. And then you don't have to do it anymore unless you really want to. Like, she did so pick cheer herself. She was so thought and encouraged that she should take cheerleading. I said that, like, mandatorily, I would say, like, she would have to, but it's not mandatory, Coral. You don't have to. Because she's saying that me and Colby are fighting. It's always just fighting with me. Because she's stuck at the age where she thinks that I'm trying to get her back. I'll like see you at army camp, kid. Maybe when she's older and like has a breakup in work, she can come and like take up a bedroom or whatever, but not move like everything and not like move in. Like always stay close to the boarding school is what I say. Like she's just born, and if she could just go right off course already with all the fucking criminals fiending on her. That's exactly what they're doing. Like, I mean, Colby would be like, are we fighting? No, no, okay. But then a little kid who's still in pain from being born, she still has a really high lactic acid. So the cops accidentally got the wrong fucking person with all this domestic violence shit. And there's more cops out here. I could like smell them. I can like sense it. There's like more fucking people out here dealing with the domestic violence, which I don't even know which house it would be. I wouldn't say it was this fucking house. I'd say they're using it as amperage to get to the house where somebody is being handicapped by their own fucking family. But just to kind of fucking say, like, we are listening, that there's too many fucking criminals harassing your family for you to be, like, peppy and happy and fun. Like, honestly, like, with the board games is a very good example. They don't want to play because they don't want to be in competition with each other because all the kids are at different learning levels. was wondering why my vape wasn't smoking properly. This battery was low. I needed to lose my muscle again to shrink because I was losing the back of my arms, my wings, the flaps or whatever. And it's getting really tight at the fucking peak of my bicep. So I decided to relax for a long time and lose some weight. I've only lifted weights a few times comparative to every fucking day. Heck no. I'm very skinny. But my ribs are a million miles under still. All the fucking time, yeah. I hate when people say she's too skinny, she doesn't eat enough. I'm like, you can't even afford it. The government would not make you a fuck government worker without enough money for bath products, fucking food, and a little bit of living out expenses, like drinking and stuff. Like different format of living out. I actually eat fucking like almost too much because to afford it, because I actually am a little bit blubbery still. So I fucking drool on my hoodie. I gotta do laundry today, like must. Coral's actually on another fucking trip. That's okay. I just mean to always make sure she knows that I love her, but she's taking it the wrong fucking way sometimes. And sometimes she'll get it, right? So it's obviously blood circulation. Like, I've never met a house that you have to clean so fucking much, so we just smoke in it. And we're smoking it. And it's fucking hard to clean. But it's easy because it's not that big. But it's still a lot of fucking cleaning. Because then you turn around and you have to do it again. I get fucking sick every time I clean. I try the gloves thing, my hands get suffocated till my nerves are fucked up. I try to just use dish soap, it doesn't smell right. I don't like it. I know, like a little tiny dauble of fucking bleach. I try like cleaner, like floor cleaner. I cleaned the toilet with fucking floor cleaner the other day. Yesterday. And it's just fucking gross. I don't like the way it smells. And to think about what it was cleaning, it just fucking bugs me like a sensor board overload. I do not like cleaning. I'd always clean and we had a maid. Yeah. We had a professional maid. I'd always clean because like I just couldn't stand how it got before she had time, and then she was so fucking in shape. It was retarded. Like how in the fuck she did that, I have no fucking idea. It's not like she was living in a style to compensate. It's just retarded. The maid is retired and we did not hire a new one. Every army person has a maid. Fucking Ryan G was trying to be nice, and he's like, he was just fucking soothing me, like how he's like, you can live here and we have a maid. I was like, don't take it seriously. He's like, how come you don't take anything seriously? I was like, I just tell myself not to. Yeah. It was funny. He's like, well, why though? I'm like, well, how come? It's because, well, It just doesn't sound serious coming from you. Like, it just doesn't. Plus, it doesn't. It's not serious for me. I don't want to have another baby. And I'm still in the age applicable. I just shouldn't for my health. And nobody ever looks at your chart. They just judge you quick. You have a baby that I love them when they're fat, but they're lying. Nobody loves you when you're fat. How in the fuck could you love anybody when they're fat? They can't fucking breathe. Fucking hormones are like this. Man who's fat, the same size, they're like this. Hormones are inside your lungs, all throughout every layer of your lungs. You rebuild new lungs after a baby? Like, no. I don't deserve to have to heal that much. I didn't deserve to be damaged. I feel bad when they pick on the weight, how they thought I was skinny. They thought I was skinny about the same time as Shauna was skinny. I wasn't really. No. They must jumble up the years and shit on you, bud. Must advertise it wrong. I was so fucking... Like, I lost it a little bit, like, later than Shauna. Maybe, like, a year after the fact. Like, the mathematical fact. But then I had to get rid of the organ fat. And she can't get rid of the organ fat. So I'm really fucking pissed off at people. Like, you criminals. Shauna has to detox out her fat and organ fat. And really carefully, too. And extremely fucking careful. I'm so fucking mad. They are criminals. I don't care what anyone says. There was a time where my abdomen was pretty flat with abs. Right. That was like about a year after the mathematical fact of Shauna being skinny. But then I detoxed out my organ fat. And I didn't piss or shit it out. It came out like a double chin. Now I'm losing the organ fat. Oh, you're skinny. That's vague and it's rude. Like, you can say that. Like, when Anchor Cops stopped by Aaron's to say hello, and he's like, "Oh, you're skinny." And I was like, "Thank you," but yeah. He's like, "You look skinny." I'm like, "Yeah, exactly. I'm not skinny. I'm still like, I haven't even regrown my new lungs because the hormones are rushing through all the organ fat." And people said, like, "Oh, Amber was a deadly weapon." How could you say that? They were talking about the fact that Cole and Melissa were, their first date was by the bus pull-out thing at school. And I was on the bus already because I came from the middle school and they were in high school. And so I took a picture of them standing there together through the window, kind of stalkerish. I gave this picture to my sister. And I was like, just for evidence, because people are on the bus are screaming at me and trying to pull my hair and all this stupid shit again. Calling me a deadly fucking weapon. Because Colton was curious for a girlfriend. I just asked him a few questions and then said it's probably my sister. And I'm like, and then they're screaming at it. They're both white. I never even noticed that. Why would I notice that? I don't understand why we don't have the same skin color, but we have the exact same fucking nose. Like the same freaking genome rolling up our sinuses and everything. That's what I understand. She's like, I'm white and that's why I was sick. Colin's white and that's why he was sick. And I was like, still can't learn it. She's like, you're not old enough to understand that kind of stuff. They can fuck off. Then they started attacking my sister and I beat the living fuck out of a bunch of the bus students. I took a fucking picture. They call me a deadly weapon. I didn't notice there's a difference. A big change of a difference would be the difference. Now I understand it, but when I'm working with clients, I start to lose that fact again. I'm like, you're sick? Yeah. And what's your skin color? Let's use a flashlight. We have a proper light. I'm like, wow. Okay. I was like, and check myself once. They let me, like, the clients are like, just check yourself. And it's so fucking, like, dark. I'm like, okay. So every white person doesn't feel well? Or they're lying or high on something that's blocking it from them understanding. I was like, I feel sick all the time too. Like, your pancreas. I'm like, oh, like the head honcho doctors. Like, they come in and after the clients go home. I'm like, that's so weird. So they're really targeted. She's like, oh yeah. I was like, should have just been fucking Navy SEAL punching everybody who looked at my sister. Maybe then she wouldn't have fucked up knees. They're like, well, that's the thing we have to learn in life. And you learn too fast, you start to get diagnoses. You learn too slow, you lose your IQ. I'm like, I don't know. I was pretty young when this happened. And then I just could totally leave it alone. And then I started getting more in depth of crime investigation, because before they were just like PhD kind of clients. And I started getting into when they bring in like the stolen valor type people. I'm like, you are very opaque. You must feel sort of sick. Do you think that caused you to put yourself in? They're like, no, I'm not sick. I wasn't sick. And stuff like that. And usually I end up fighting them. Yeah. Fighting them into prisoner care. Because jail, they can just easily get out. They could just be like, I'm white and that's why I'm sick. And then that's like one point for them to get out. It's like jail's really easy, right? So I beat the shit out of them into prison care. Now what do I do? Well, I get breast reduction surgery. I just said to Ryan, he's like, I'm just like other men because of our age. And I was like, yeah, just because of our age. He's like, no, I'm just like other men. I'm like, you're not. Like, you could easily be a dado. I understand that. But I remember you crying when we were like, you were getting older. You're like 10 years older than me. I was like 17. And you were saying it's so cruel and unusual, and the sound of the highway would drive them to like cry on you till you're fucking crying your eyeballs out. He's like, I did. I was like, it's still the same. You grow up the same. You just haven't learned that yet, I guess. I don't learn that. And like, I just say I don't want to have a fucking baby. It's too fucking hard. It's torture. It's the worst feeling in the world. But what it is exactly that fucking fact. And it's along the road, it's called. There's textbooks on it, like whole textbooks on the along of the road. Like when they're like 20, the stress levels heighten the hearing, and it drives them fucking nuts. And they're so mean to their parents and like blah blah blah. No, it's so true. Along the road. And why that one's so hard to learn is because then it goes this way of all the fucking IQ, the health standard, the length of the hair that naturally grows, like so how the longest your eyelashes have ever grown in your life kind of thing. And then you take the how much they've broken off and stopped growing and do the math, and it's hard. Like everyone is almost the fucking same. We're not actually all just blatantly fucking different. Your kids would be crying at age 22 and blaming you for even giving birth to them. You're not just like every other fucking man. If you were like every other fucking man, you'd be raped. I think he was raped, but... And then that doesn't make you just like every other fucking man. It makes you applicable to a competence level of examination. Like, I remember how I felt about Owen and his family having another fucking baby and another fucking trademark of, it's called a trad. And in their family, and like they wanted to like mark that they loved the Shepherds. So I just had a fucking baby, and it was a fucking mistake. But she obviously isn't trying to make it a mistake. But she's crabby and grumpy. She's bitchy with the younger kids. Like, she's like, that's like what they call like temperature normal. Like she's healthy, but that's what they always do. But like she's really trying to be like, look at me go, mom, and dad, and she's so fucking normal, which is like another term of normal. That like her eyebrows fall out just like everybody else's, and sometimes get stuck in her eye. It's just, yeah. But like, what would she do if an eyebrow fell out and like landed right there? She'd probably pick it off, make a wish, and blow it. She's super delicate. And it's not gonna be a change if she grows up into somebody else's eye. She's not delicate. She's delicate. She cares about them angels and the happy clowns. She's like waiting to watch the bad clown movies. She's like a normal 13-year-old for a 6-year-old. Like she's like anticipating being very fucking normal and not afraid. But like how much I couldn't take care of her embarrassed me so bad. That's why it was a mistake. Like all the stretch marks and shit, like no, they'll never completely be gone, but I just want them closed up and not to be so freaking chalky dry. So, gotta lose a little bit more weight. Yeah. One of my greatest friends is Angry Cops. Has been ever since we laid eyes on each other. I was like, whoa, hey, how's it going? Yeah. But I remember when he got raped. I remember the actual wound, and I remember most of the doctor's appointments where I was a surgeon. Oh my god. I took down all the people they hired me as a blue jacket to hand out tickets with parking tickets. This guy's like, I'm gonna rape you too. I was like, no, I'm gonna rape you. I handed him a subpoena to court. He wouldn't accept it. And that's like one of like 150 people screaming that they love that cops get raped. So yeah, I feel really bad that I'm really insecure, not willing to have a baby. Well, my niece got knocked out of the fucking joint when I was pregnant too. It'd never be the same. Probably just half miscarry. Stupid as fuck kid. Always blaming me and committing suicide. Probably because my knees are fucked.